Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a 2010 BMW M3 and it's a V8 model, and pretty good looking car. It's in today for spark plugs and a coil packs and also a brake fluid flush. So Red's probably a little upset at me. V8 BMW. Doesn't look too bad on this side. That back one might be a pain in the ass. Looks like this airbox got to come out, obviously, but yeah, so we'll see how good this goes. Red got all the plugs out and the coil packs. He's already finished the driver's side, put the covers back on. He just had to take the airbox out of there. And on this side, he had to take out the reservoir, and you can see how tight of a fit it is, especially for those, like that very back cylinder there. Barely see, there's barely enough room to get it in and out. And these coil packs are pretty long as well. Here is one of the originals, so you can see that's a pretty tight fit, and you don't want to damage the new ones going back in. So anyways, that's kind of why you want to change everything while you're in there. And it does require NGK-R Platinum spark plugs. Plugs. Gotta have the right tools for the job. That's a new one, right?
Yeah. $40 Matco.
Oh yeah. You don't really think about it usually, but when you're doing an oil change on a BMW or especially an M3, there's lots of oil. This takes 9 point something quarts, so 9.6 quarts, so we got 10 quarts coming, and I gotta dispose of that. All right guys, we're getting ready to go pick up a couple barrels. I grabbed a U-Haul trailer real quick. Benefits of being a U-Haul. Jumping in the shop truck. We're heading out. I'm heading out to Linden, guys, to Skolton's Equipment. They have some used barrels they're getting rid of, and I could use a few around the shop to put like oil waste and like antifreeze waste in before I dispose of it. So that's what I'm heading out to do. Just got here in Linden and look what's ahead of me. Beautiful Nova. I'm so jealous right now. I actually have a 70 Nova out back. I need to get it in the shop and get it finished up. It's all bodyworked, primered and everything, ready to prep and paint. And it's just sitting there. I got boxes and boxes of new parts, new wheels, carpet kit, SS grills, emblems, trim, you name it, I have it. I need it. I need it. And I need it now. Alright, we're just gonna rinse these things off and get them inside the shop, guys. Actually, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna actually clean out a spot. This is kind of like this is almost embarrassing, guys, but I'm going to clean out this area and put those barrels here, and I'm actually going to dump these used motor oil jugs into one of those barrels, and one will be antifreeze, and I'll label them, and when they're full I'll dispose of them properly. But for now I gotta fix that problem. It's the one part of my shop that's just a disaster, and it's starting to get all over the floor, and I don't want to track it all over my shop. So back to the BMW. We still have it on the rack due to we were waiting for an oil filter that wasn't in stock, unfortunately, so I wasn't very prepared on this one. The oil filter will be here at 3, and I did get the motor oil. This does take Castrol Edge 10W60. It's like supercar oil, so it's very expensive stuff. It takes 9.6 quarts of oil, and so I had to order 10, and then it's also, we got some .4 brake fluid as well to replace the brake fluid in the system. We finally got the oil filter from O'Reilly's. It's a cartridge filter. Comes with a couple copper gaskets for the drain, as well as a couple rubber O-rings for the cap for the cartridge filter. On the M3 model, there is 2 drain plugs. Pay attention to them. Let them drain out. And then it is important, since it's plastic cap for the filter, is plastic that you torque it properly so it doesn't crack or anything. And then there's no dipstick on a lot of the modern cars, especially BMWs. So this car actually does require that you use the on-dash display or a code reader, like a snap-on code reader, to reset the oil level and check it as well. And you're supposed to check it on level ground with the engine running while it's hot. So you got to let it run for a bit, and it'll tell you like instructions like don't rev the engine, and once it's running temperature you can check it as well, as long as you're on level ground. And from there you either add some or you take some out. Okay, we're letting the BMW warm up, and you can see I'm in the system here. And once it gets up to running temperature, you can see it says measurement not possible this time. As soon as we are up to running temperature, we will go ahead and start the check, and it'll tell us whether or not we are up to par with our oil level, or in the green or in the red. So, and we put a tad bit too much oil in. It is registering saying engine oil level too high. Have the system checked by your service center. Anyways, we're just a little bit over the max allowance of oil capacity, so we're just going to shut it off, put it up in the air again, pull the plug, and take about a quarter of a quart out, and we'll go from there. And we drop the drain plug real quick, pulled a little bit of oil out. We're going to lower it back down and recheck. Overly engineered is the only way I can explain this. Now, we double checked it twice, and it was over full, so we took a little bit out, it was still over full, took a little bit more out, it was still over full, took a little more out, checked it, says it was still too full, so I turned it off, turned it back on, checked it again, then all of a sudden it gave a different reading. Changed no level in oil, and it gave us 2 different readings. So now we've added twice to try to get it back up to this tippy top max, and we're not there yet. So it's kind of that sensor is giving a pretty false reading. So I'm going to shut it off and let it sit for another minute, and then restart and check it again. I'd like to get it close to that max level line. It does say that it's in the green, it is good, but it'd be nice if we could just get it to the max. But I feel like if we add any more, all of a sudden it's going to say too high. So good job, BMW. All right, guys, this gauge, it either goes up too much or it goes down too low. It does not want to hit that max level. I also believe that this sensor is going to it's giving kind of false readings because we've not changed the level a couple times and it changed. So depending how many times it goes on and off and when it sits, it may or may not read max perfectly. But right now, engine oil level is okay. We're in the green. It's just showing a smidgen below max. We tried to get it to kind of read that perfect max, but I swear if we add any more, it's going to shoot above max. So I think I'm good with that. It's in the green, says it's okay. It's not going to leave any messages on the board, so we're going to send it. Snap-on's here, so we're going to check out, see what's on the truck. And if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe, and that'd really help, and we'll see you on the next one.